Good morning, America, and good morning, whomever, wherever you are on this big planet. This is Dr. Cherry from the Arid Zone. We are just ending up a SOS to the world plutonic deadly window, and if you read the news, I don't know how you can deny the values of my visions. All right, so we are now moving into the shocking, unusual, unexpected, explosive, God knows what, weird cosmic winds. Let me tell you something. Yesterday, I was driving on my way to Scottsdale, Arizona, because my local Verizon shop was closed. So I thought, you know what, let's do this. Did not realize that this energy rules telephones, electronics, new technology. So I was thinking that, geez, this is why I'm going to Scottsdale, to get a couple of new phones and see if there is good deals at the end of the year. Why not? So I was driving there, parked there, walking in, and then I was called by these kids. So I told him that I wanted two phones. So we started to discuss the best of the best technology they have. And he was explaining all these phones, everything was doing just fine. And he says, but you can get one free. Buy one, get one free. So I say, hell yeah, good surprise. I was happily surprised of that deal. So I called Taranga and I said, I need to know your telephone because the representative is asking me the brand so we could see, you know, how much money is gonna put on the bill, off the bill. So I was all happy. And then a lady came in, which was not in the store when I walked in. And then she went straight in front of me and she started to talk to the guy. And the guy started to talk to her. So I got a, well, she was before me, but I wasn't sure. So he asked me politely and decently if I could go and sit and wait for him. No problem. So I went back and I sat and I used my cell phone like everybody else. And I was checking my email. And then I realized I had I'm extraordinarily busy and I had only like 45 minutes to play around before my next appointment on Zoom. So about half an hour, and it took forever just to talk to him. So I was in that store well over an hour. So I went back to him and said, excuse me, how long are you going to be, talking with that lady and finish the deal? He says, oh, she was before you. I said, yeah, okay. And I'm sorry. I really apologize. I didn't know, but I got her, so I apologize. Then he says, then go back and sit to your seat. Oh, baby. Oh, no. Oh, no. The Italian, Sicilian, French crazy side of myself came out. I said, I dare you. I came here to buy two freaking phones over $1,000. And this is how you treat your client? What's going on with you, Cato? I'm a 70-year-old man and you talk this way to your parents or your grandpa. What's wrong with you? Don't you realize that the client is always right? And where did you learn to be polite and respecting all people? I start to lose it. Came behind his desk and he was in my face. I said, he was upset. He was, and then I start to tell him, look, I tell you what, I am going to report you because this is not how you treat somebody who has been with Verizon for 15 years and is willing to spend a couple $1,000 on your store. Okay, so I need to have your name. He said, I'm not going to give you my name. And he was in my face, literally in my face, forcing me to back up. Okay. So he was kind of a black dude. And I have a lot of black dude friends, client and student, and have a lot of respect. But it looks like this kid might have a little bit of a racist or might have a bad experience with a white dude in the past or something like this. I don't know. So anyway, he says, no, I'm not going to give you my name, son. He has his badge. So I grab the badge. And then Nanny went berserk and he's coming at me, get out of my store, get out of my store. You don't touch me, get out of my store. I said, yeah, I'm going to go out of your store. You come in with me, okay? Because I'm going to take a picture of this and I'm going to report you to Verizon for the way you treat all clients like me. You have no respect. I mean, if you were my son, I'd kick your butt, I said to him, all the way to the other side of this freaking shopping center. He was so upset. And I told him, in the eternal battle between emotion and logic, emotion always win and you always lose. I lost my cool with that kid. He had no respect. He was stinking, whatever. It was bad. And the next thing you know, of course, they called the cops because that's what they do. These kids had no idea that I was work with the cops. So he didn't make the situation good for himself. The next thing you know, like 2 or 3 police cars, you know how he goes. And we start to talk with the police. And my name is Dr. Joey. License. They checked me up, and I was explaining that as a psychotherapist, I work with the police. I got a lot of endorsement by the cops. And then I have a good friend in New York, which is a police chief and everything else. He tell me, if you have any problem with any cop, here's my 24/7 line. Call me. Of course, I did not. So anyway, the cop understood my situation. When I explained to him that the first thing when he told me that this person was before me is me to apologize, and instead of picking up from there and being decent, go back and sit to oh, baby, no, you don't talk to me or anybody else this way. So I put him in his place. Of course, the next thing it could be no charge because I didn't smack his face, even though could I easily do that because I know myself. But I could manage to control myself not to go crazy. Anyway, so next thing I cannot go back to this place ever again. Did I expect this type of experience yesterday? No. And this is what you get during one of my SOS to the world shocking windows. All right, so I wanted to share that with you. But you know what? It's just, I kind of should have preached, do what I preach, but I'm just a human being. I'm no better than you. I screw up. Hey, you know what? That's how it is. I'm 71 years old. In a couple of months from now, I'm still freaking learning what it means to be human. All right, so we are starting this new year on a shocking window, okay? And it started already like a couple of days ago, and it's going to be quite dangerous for those who don't have cosmic consciousness. With those who have been indoctrinated by religion or science, okay? Those infected matrix or fear or ridicule the old science of astrology. So be prepared. The year start on that note, okay? So does it mean earthquakes? Of course. All my windows induce earthquakes, and then we already had earthquakes. So what I'm trying to tell you is that there are all sorts of big corporations that, as I said, science and religion, and they are wealthy, they are well organized, and they have access to the media, and they control all sorts of information, and they don't support anything else but their own abusive, deceptive, misleading agenda. In this case, of course, that includes my story with Coast to Coast AM, who would rather endorse and promote false prophets to serve their own personal business. And who cares about legitimacy, reliability, or saving precious life? It's all about peseta, you heard me before, and entertainment. All right. Well, and this is why, again, you are one of the returning thousands of faithful people that follow me, okay, all over the place. And this is absolutely phenomenal. And I thank you for that. Just wanted to give you some numbers real fast here. The Cosmic Code subscriptions are going over the roof. Last month, we were at 10,483 subscribers. We are now at 10,619 and counting every single day. So we added 136 new subscribers last month, and more joining every single day. Again, thanks to my 2 Amazon movies, and another one is on the way, which is going to be even more interesting. And our new following curious detective minds out there. So the predicted coronavirus has been a critical depressive curse upon the planet. And then millions of people are flocking all over the place to seek help. And of course, thousands of them are coming to my YouTube channel. They're all desperate for answers. And since I am not allowed to talk about COVID-19 or President Trump or the future of the United States and coast to coast, you come here and you get in the real thing. So I want to thank you for that. All right, now my YouTube video also are exploding. Last month we were at 7,270. We are now at 7,540. So 270 new subscribers joins, and it's counting every single day. People are talking. People are realizing that there is somebody which is legitimate, which is real, and it's giving it date. It's giving information that cannot be denied. My LinkedIn page is also doing really, really good, and I'm closing close to 5,000 followers on that website. And somebody sent me a wonderful email. I get email, a lot of emails. Sometimes I put them up to share with you. So it's in the newsletter. I want you to read what Corey said about my UFO documentary and about me. So just go and read it, because I don't like to tap on my shoulder. And because, people who have inferiority or insecurity complex would think I'm an egocentric. So I just put that for you to read in the newsletter. So the Uranic window was posted on the 30th, yesterday, on the Cosmic Code to all our VIPs and Patreon supporters. Okay, so the first window is January 1st. That's tomorrow. Okay, the first day of the new year. That is when the window is official, but it already started. It's always start before and after, and it lasts all the way to the next one. The quatrain that I use is pretty obvious again. Antrail, upset, spit, above. We're talking about volcano, red fire, wind, water to dance. Now we are talking about tornadoes. Star Command, Shark Science. All these educated idiots who wanted to wonder how I do it, because they just crush their educated head. How the hell this guy is not a geologist? Meantime, he has an impeccable record of timing to predict earthquakes, always at or above 6.0. And the key words, of course, calm, deception, to strike. Anything can happen, like it happened to me yesterday. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect to have this kid jumping on my face, losing respect. And who knows what's going to happen now? He might lose his job because, you know what? I had to complain. Okay, so now the keywords are extraordinarily obvious. Explosion, shocking, teens, children, earthquakes, volcano, tornado, plane, television, God knows what. So as I said, this window is already operational, my friend. We had a 6.4 and a 6.7, okay, on the 29th and on the 28th. So am I expecting more earthquakes? Of course. Explosion, sudden energy, of course. That's why you need to come back, okay, and check it, see if I'm real or not. So what do we have now? Oh, on the 31st. Oh, 31st, that's today. Well, the Caribbean volcano rumbled to life as scientists study activity not seen in years. Oh, volcano happen all the time. You can see those morons who don't like me. No, it doesn't happen all the time. They explode during my windows. I mean, you're talking a volcano in the Caribbean that has been sleeping for years, and they decide to blow up today. Hello? You can't make these things up. Dr. Thierry is real. You like it or not. You like me or not. It is in your face. Deal with it. If you're a moron, I can't help you. Sorry. If you're a superwoman, hey, man, I love you. We can't fix stupidity regardless how much I can do or even dance on my head. All right, another one. Tornado touches down in Corsicana, Texas, as storm system moving to Gulf Coast. You heard me earlier, okay? Red, fire, wind, water to dance. What is it you don't get, okay? I'm preparing you. And the next thing you know, you got a tornado. Now, do you think it is an accident for the tornado or this volcano to erupt during my shocking sudden release of energy type of cosmic winds? I mean, I'm more simple can it be? As I told you so many times, you would have to pay me $1 million to be that stupid not to get it. With all the keywords and the obvious quatrain that I generate. What else do we have? 145 Costco employees test positive for COVID-19 in Washington state. If that is not shocking, I don't know what is shocking. Believe me, my friend, the dance of evil that I'm preparing you for months, that's going to be cursing the world. Be prepared. Put your hand on my 2021. Find out universally and personally how this dragon is going to get to you, because he's going to bless you or curse you, depending on where he's at. If you know it, you can apply your will. You can be prepared and avoid the worst. If not, you're going to pay the price of your cosmic ignorance. Simple as that. The FDA issued pet food alert after 28 dogs are reported dead from toxins. That is not only shocking, but heartbreaking for these families, these kids who have lost those kids. Remember, the tail of the dragon is in Sagittarius. Sagittarius rules the wildlife, your pet, nature. This is why when I was on Coast to Coast last year in October in 2019, I said to him, George, be ready for a lot of fire and a lot of animals to die in so many different ways. I proved my case. It is still on Coast to Coast. I don't know if my page is going to be up for long now, knowing that I'm a little bit of a problem with them. But hey, life is a process of changes. Who knows? So be aware, be careful with your pet, with your cat or your dog. The tail of the dragon is aiming at them, not only at them. Remember, the Sagittarius was the Indians, the Mexican people, the Latino people, the minority. And that's why they're dying nonstop. They are right at the top, victimized by a coronavirus. Be aware. I know what I'm talking about. Remember, COVID-19 SARS, okay, is the same than the Spanish flu, the same type of cosmic wind, the same dragon. But if you're not cosmic conscious, if you're not a student of mine, I'm talking Chinese, I make no sense. And that's why you say, you're a moron. Educate yourself. If you're already growing and learning, and I don't waste my time, then I know I made some progress with some of the smarter guys out there who are watching me. Thanks for that, guys. What else do we have that is, kind of weird? U.S. has set a daily COVID-19 death record for the second day in a row. My gosh. It is not a joke. The dance of evil is there. It's coming. Airplane make emergency landing at Louisiana airport following reports of possible explosive device. Again, if you look at the keywords, you have the word airplane and you have the word explosion. Hello, happens today during that window. I don't predict anything. Just get it, my good friend. I don't predict anything. I'm not a psychic. I'm an astrologer. I read the stars. I have a specific software that I design. Okay. Like Nostradamus used to do, and focusing on the dragon, I can see the cosmic winds that affect humans and that affect our affairs. Simple as that. Just a little bit ahead of time. What else do we have? Deadliest cast member dies at 33 years old. I mean, if that is not shocking. And the word television is there. Hello, died during this window. It is shocking. It involves televisions. 30 years old, 33. If he didn't drown out of this boat because of the dangerous job he's doing, he's probably drawn into drugs, especially when you can't handle fame. Okay, nurse in foreign country is suspended after having sex with COVID-19 patient. Jesus, you must be freaking starting for sex to mingle with somebody which could kill you. Whoa. This person must have been a manta. What do you call this insect? That's a death wish. But if that is not shocking, I don't know. Wow. Well, that tells you the chemistry between human beings sometimes bypass the virus, bypass fear, bypass age, bypass anything. So, it's just what it means to be a human, an uneducated human being responding to the vices. Sex. All right, what else do we have? Star Wars voice actor Tom Kane may never be able to do voiceover again after suffering a stroke. Understand this window is involving the sudden release of energy, okay? Sudden energy that produces heart attack or stroke, which impose you to go right away to the hospital where they stuck 10 tons of technology around you so that you can survive. And this guy is also involved in television. Hello, just make the connection to what I'm trying to say. All the links are live. If you are more into reading the news than learning how God speaks to us through the sign and through astrology, well, you can also have a good time reading the news. Okay, police officers buy grocery for a woman, and he's accused of shoplifting. Again, when is the last time you heard of a cop that decided to help somebody? Next thing you know, other cops come and arrest him because he was shoplifting. Isn't that shocking? Is that unusual? Is not out of the norm? Those guys are supposed to, respect the laws. They don't respect the laws of the physical laws imposed by man. How can this guy understand or even respect the laws that are written in light? That's my dilemma. See, that's my problems. God thinks the entire world is not loaded with morons. But you're definitely a minority by looking at the number. 1,000, 2,000 reading me regularly, and it's growing. So all the smart people are going to gather, we're going to be a block together and start a new age of Aquarius, the age of truth, the age of common sense and intelligence. Minneapolis police involved in fatal shooting. I mean, anytime you have a shooting, it's like an explosion, and it's shocking. I told you a million times before, the police, this will never stop. Suicide will never stop. Kids killing kids in our college university will never stop. Cops killing cops, cops being killed by law-abiding citizens, crazy lunatic people killing people. They will never stop unless we introduce the laws written in light by God himself, unless we bring back the age of Aquarius, unless we bring back this high teaching. As I mentioned on George Norrie, you can watch the TV show on www.drterry.com. Watch that show when I told him, George, we've got to bring this to our college university because the kids degenerate. Humanity is degenerating. We are going against God's orders because of science and religion. Hello, the reptilians at work. And all this is mostly induced because those people were at the wrong place at the wrong time. And all these victims suffer tragedy because they were under a negative cosmic biorhythm, personal cosmic biorhythm, joining up, conjuncting one of my negative SOS to the world universal windows. There is no accident. There is no accident. Only in the mind of an idiot there are accidents. There are cosmic forces at work, cosmic circumstances that you're not aware of, okay? That science and religion, completely obliterated mind, cannot even relate, understand, or even accept. You're going to get them here with me, with Dr. Terry. Those laws are real. What else do we have? Mike Richardson, Super Bowl champion and former Bear Stars, arrested on murder charge. Again, he had all to succeed. He was famous, making tons of money, but this lifestyle means also delegating with evil, with the criminal element and ingesting drugs, legal or illegal. Next thing you know, the reptilians took over. Bye-bye your good life, my friend. You're in jail forever. You were at the wrong time at the wrong place, infected by the reptilians. I don't want this to happen to you, my friend. That's why I'm working every single day. That's why you can feel me. You can see in my eyes. You can feel in your heart that I'm committed to help you. And there are morons out there that are putting a big wall, but they're still watching and listening. And that's the good news. And they think I don't know. I entertain them. What else do we have? There is a video that was generated in New York where you see a bunch of teens jumping on top of a car, scaring the hell out of this person inside their BMW, and then throwing bikes and crushing a windshield. That's what you get with teens. Teens who don't have any cosmic consciousness. Teens who are unruly. Teens which are very vulnerable of the reptilians. And then you're going to sign those kids in jail. No, you should send them to my school when it exists, a school where we teach love, understanding, respect, honorability, the truth, and realizing your connection with God and the divine. instead of building schools and sending our kids to school to learn how to kill and to use weaponry. That's going to disappear as we come closer and closer to the age of Aquarius, where love, light, and the extraterrestrial, our brothers, celestial brother, will come and help. It's not just yet. Remember, I'm in the future. What else do we have? The word teens is there in the keywords, and it's pretty shocking. If you were in that car, you will realize how shocking that is. The poor people inside, probably all guys like me, are going to be just traumatized for the rest of their lives. What about the kids, if there is any kids inside? Young people are getting out to vote in Georgia. Teens, the word teens is mentioned. Kids. Boy found abandoned at cemetery before Christmas. I mean, I don't know if you don't think that is shocking and unusual. I don't know what is shocking and unusual. If you don't realize that is totally abnormal, mind-boggling, shocking, wow, you've got a problem, a big problem, and you have no business with me here. You should be on TikTok watching those videos, not something that can help you to live a better, safe life. Learning from me. The word children mentioned in the keywords. Target recall infant and toddlers closed because of a possible shocking hazard. Today, children's mentioned. What else do we have? A man arrested over death of 16-year-old charged with human trafficking, sexual servitude of a child. The word child is part of the keywords. Not long ago, a father and his teenage daughter in Oregon, they were paddling, okay? Then they had a boating accident and both drowned. You don't go paddling when you feel like. You don't go anywhere, especially in the area where the black moon in your chart resides, because now you're not playing Russian roulette. You're actually going to die. And it's only if you have faced me, only if you have spent now with me, that you will realize how real those informations are, how critical they are for you to know, so that you don't end up part of the statistics like this dad and his daughter. Entire family and friends are ruined now. Their heart is gone with them. That's why it's so critical for you to help me pass on my messages. You know, when you have something real, when you find a pearl, don't spit on it. Especially when all I'm doing, is helping you. Well, some people are jealous because I have connection with the divine or extraterrestrials. But maybe if you raise your vibration to where my vibrations are, maybe you'll attract the same thing. Until then, you're going to be serving and slaving for the reptilians in your own negativity, enviousness, jealousy, God knows what, part of the dark force, part of the dark matter, serving Satan, the devil, and you are totally, completely oblivious of the facts I'm stating right now. And that is terrible. But hey, this is how it is. I don't know, there is plenty all over the year 2021. Uranic shocking window, Plutonic deadly window, Moonic new life window ahead of you. If you become a VIP or a Patreon supporter, you're part of the solution, because all this information, this cosmic wisdom, can only bless you and raise your vibration, and you can pass on that wisdom to your friends, to your family, to your kids, and realize that Jesus' initial cosmic ministry was stolen from us. I don't know how many of you went to my website, but you have pictures of the Pope being taught astrology by the Vatican Council, pictures of the Pope being enthroned in the sign of Leo. If you Google Dr. Curie, Pope Francis, or Dr. Curie religion, you're going to see pictures all over the Vatican of the dragon and astrology all over the place. This wisdom was stolen from society And society is paying the heavy price for a lack of cosmic wisdom, which is bringing the chaos that the reptilians needs in order to survive in dark matter. Something that so many of you are not yet prepared to understand, digest, or even accept. But if you do, it's because you vibrate at my cosmic speed, you're spiritual enough, you advance enough, you're an old soul. And then you realize the possibility are endless. And the possibility are not just a possibility. There are actually facts. It's happening. But the world is not ready for it just yet. It's like for the same thing with extraterrestrials. But it will come in time. Be smart. Put your hand on my 2021 Nostradamus Dragon forecast. That will be the best present you can do for you or anyone else for that matter. Understand what's going on here. You're more than a human being. You're more than bone, flesh, and blood. You have an incredible power inside of you, in the depth of your subconscious. You have that immaculate power. That's where God's get your heart beating and stop an infection. That's where the essence of creativity comes from. You got my book, Beyond Secrets, that can elaborate on that power, that can bring you everything that I have and even more. And believe me, we are emotionally, financially, and spiritually stable in this family, thanks to 71 years old. 71 years of studying and understanding and battling the idiocy of the opposition. I wish my message could reach many more people, but again, you know what? Those who could help me refuse to do so because the conflict of interest. They'd rather, push false prophets, or people tells you that President Trump's going to run for the next 4 years, when President Trump is mostly interested as a salesman, Gemini, liar, double face. Now I can say loser. He's interested with your money only. But you're gullible. You're gullible. Oh, he's a businessman. He's not a politician. And that's why we're in that shit. Because he's not he's a salesman. He's not a politician. That's the reason why. And I get all these people harassing me. Whoa, if Trump is a liar, Biden is a liar, Kamala Harris is a liar. We're all freaking liar, get it? But it's worse in the world of politics because now the ego and the money is involved. That's what it is. Don't harass me with your political beliefs, your conspiracy bullshit, okay? Try to get the message that I got for you from the cosmic code, from the stars, from the immaculate construction design of God himself. If you're stuck in your political world and you can delegate life only with your your five logical human senses, realize they are limited. I got so much more for you, but you're not ready for me. So go and watch TikTok. Don't harass me with your political views. I'm an astrologer. In fact, I'm an astrophile, which means I deal with the same type of astrology of Nostradamus 500 years ago when watches and computers did not exist. I'm an astrophile. And more people are joining the Cosmic Code to learn about Nostradamus astrology or astropsychology. So we're making progress. We are into that energy of New Age right now. UFOs, the weird. I just gave you, just at the beginning of that video, the full example of anything and everything can happen to you that you're not prepared. That's unexpected. I just gave you the detail of what happened to me. I'm taking me as an example as I share everything with all my VIPs and Patreon supporters. Do yourself a favor if you did not do it yet. Go to Amazon Prime and watch Divine Astrology. Okay? Understand a little bit more what I have for you. Do the same with my UFOs movie. Understand those entities, the good and the bad ETs. Give me your feedback. bypass all the subhumans, bypass all the young soul, envious idiots who are not grown enough to understand the reality of it is of the values of astrology, who put their ego and their fears before the light. Well, this is my last video for 2020. And I am happy to leave this year behind, not for me, because it was a fantastic year. For me, for the tourist family, it was an absolutely phenomenal, very, very beautiful, productive year. Even though that I kind of been forced out of serving people, driving around for FedEx and helping to beat COVID-19. It was a blessing for me to follow this track. It really was, because in no way I could have coped with the immense tsunami of requests that Tara and I were trying to process every single day. So one more time, if you order a reading, be patient. Order your reading while you can and then forget it. And one day you're going to get that date when you're supposed to meet me and your life will change. And that is a promise. All right, we come at the end of this video. One more time, I want to take this opportunity to wish all of you a fantastic, marvelous new year. And remember, if you're cosmic conscious, it will be a good year. All right. So Terania and I, we are working really hard, and we're sending you our love. We're sending you our blessings. And may God override all the nastiness on top of this world. And with the Draconids, let's push forward into the age of Aquarius, the age of love, light, understanding, cosmic education, respect, and working for all the children of the future with our space brothers. Happy New Year and goodbye.